Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
Greetings. What business have you?
I'm here about the mine.
Excellent. So what did you find out?
I didn't get round to having a proper look. I came across something more disturbing.
What's that?
Nemoy and his gang were stealing silver there.
The vermin. I thought as much. Did you bring him here?
I tried to, but he was having none of it. He didn't want to burn, so he tried to kill me.
Well, I'm glad he didn't succeed. But now I won't be able to find out anything. Oh, well. Can't be helped, I suppose. Take care now.
What's the matter, laddie? Need to shit?
Jesus Christ be praised. God be with you.
Greetings, good night. How may I...
Master Bailiff?
Nothing of interest to me, thank...
Take care now.
I need the key to Jezek's cell.
So Sir Radzig let him have his way in the end. He should have let me beat some answers out of him.
If I were you, I wouldn't question Sir Radzig's orders. Give me the key.
Just try not to mess it up. Here's that key.
Thanks. Can you teach me how to defend?
Certainly.
I'm interested in more about...
Wouldn't you rather learn the basic?
I'm interested in more...
Wouldn't you rather...
Well, I'll think it over.
Hello. Myslím, že mi to nic nevyskočilo, ty vole, vůbec. Ne. Nebo počkej, co myslíš jako? Já to mám, na YouTube jsem ti posílal odkaz. To je jasný, kámo. Jak to? Kecáme? Zkouším to jenom. Potom to budu mít uložený. To nemusíš mít přihlášený, ne? No.
You there. Come here a moment.
Teď jsem byl pro klíče u Bernarda a jdu si promluvit s panem Ježkem. Jakoby kde? Na tom YouTube? No, tak si ten YouTube stlum úplně, jo, nebo... Tak to můžu vypnout, no. Viď? Třeba hodně. 5000. No ještě když na ně hodíš otráven nějaký jed, tyjo, tak... Jde to tam taky, ne? V té dvojce, nebo ne? Tak to je dobrý právě, tyjo. Ta paralýza mi se to strašně líbilo. Akorát jsem ho hned zabil, no ale... To nebylo tou paralýzou. To bylo, protože neměl žádný brnění, nic. A ten meč je silnej. Když bodneš bez brnění, tak je hnedka půjď, jo. To já si půjdu nadat ještě trošku papáníčka asi. Ale já jsem se domlouval s tím, víš. S Lukášem na pivo.
If hanging around in a damp dungeon with a condemned man is your idea of honor.
You're not seeing the bright side. You can be the one who uncovers a conspiracy against the
No,
king for
byli
your
jsme
master.
pokecat.
You don't get an
Měli
opportunity
jsme
like
pivo.
that every day. It did cross my mind, though, that it might be nice to get some assurances for my cooperation. After all, I'm the one the Margrave unjustly declared the scourge of the land and expelled from Moravia.
Jo.
They even pulled my beautiful castle down. It was the necessity of
No
making
to je
a
dobrý
living
vlastně, no,
that
to je
forced me
pravda.
to take some liberties.
Ale je to opožděný, ne? Asi hrozně. Na tom YouTube nebo není? Ty vole, už 2. ty a já.
Do you really want to question the authority of the Margrave?
I've always been loyal to the crown, but what can I do when the
A
Margrave
zkouším spíš, jaká je ta
stole my fief?
grafika a to.
That's not why we're here. I don't care about your conflict with the Margrave. It's your crimes against the king I'm worried about. The king you say you've always been so
Koukám, že
loyal
já tam
to.
mám teprve třeba, jak cestuju ty vole do
Ask
toho.
me anything you
Ty
want.
vole,
I won't be
prdele.
obstructive.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it. Who are you making those forgeries for?
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man could do alone.
All right. The way it began was I was short of coin, as you
Co ty tam teďko vidíš?
so I let those crimps in Sasau recruit me.
Recruit you into what?
I didn't inquire
Ale.
too much. In this business, you don't ask too many
Ty vole,
questions.
ale já to tady mám puštění, mi to ukazuje, jak kecám s Bernardem teprve, ty vole.
They put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A
To je
foreigner
divný.
by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too.
Jo, já jsem si na to omylem přetočil. Jak se Overbury dozvěděl.
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in
Se směješ,
Colgate a
vole?
few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed men were being recruited, and they'll hire anyone.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month.
Tam je dost, ty vole,
so I
teďko
wasn't
těch
going to turn down
slev,
the
ty
chance
vole.
of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed.
Se těším na tu Forzu už.
Workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
This Eric,
he puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord, though he never mentioned him by name.
where can I find this Eric? You must have had some meeting place.
He used to come to the workshop.
This highly placed person at the monastery, what can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no
No,
small
už se blíží, ty vole, ten úkol v tom, viď, vole. V tom klášteře, viď, určitě.
Is there anything else at all you can tell me about him?
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said he probably got cold
No,
feet.
chci od něj slyšet, vole, o nějaký vysoce postavený osobě v klášteře, že jo. To je s tou mědí, ne? Furt, nebo co to je?
How did you come to hear of all?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago.
To je furt ty vpašovaný prachy
snad. For Sasau, that armed men were being recruited, and they'll hire anyone.
Ale to hrozně opozdili, ty vole.
Old friends?
Just a couple of brigands. We used to ambush.
Nice friends you keep.
I was in dispute with the Margrave. A man in my position.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to... We rode to South...
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me...
Crimps?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some...
Where can I find the recruiting gang?
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met...
You said you gave them money. Where was that?
They'd ride to the mine gallery to...
Tak.
That'll do me for the moment.
Will you put in a word for me with Sir...
I'll have to think about it. I don't want to annoy Sir Radzig.
Ty vole, tak čuč, vole. To tam nemám moc. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, no. Co teď chci? Počkej, co teď chci? Co jsem teď tam mám? Jo, podej zprávu panu Racanovi. Co mám? Jo, já tam prosím tě mám ty vole si s někým promluvit. A ono mi to nešlo. No oni jsou vyléčený, ne? Už. To jsem splnil, že jsem jim podal ten lék. Já jim ten lék podal, ale pak jsem tam měl úkol promluvit si s někým a já jsem si měl promluvit a ono mi to nešlo si promluvit s tím rychtářem, nebo co to tam je, ten, co tomu velí. Tak nevím. Tam pak zajedu. Já jsem byl asi, že jsem tam možná jako okrad, víš, tak jsem byl hledaný, tak asi to nešlo vlastně, ono to pak nejde s nikým mluvit, když jsi hledaný. Tak to bylo spíš z toho důvodu. Teď musím jít za panem Racounem.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Ty půl chodíš, ty trotle, viď, na mě čeká zase.
So what have you learned?
All sorts of things.
There's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring, and someone highly placed at the monastery.
The monastery? Really?
That's...
So it's worse than I thought. If this is true, we'll have to proceed with the utmost...
Why?
Ty vole, asi jdu na ty trošku žrádla, ty vole, mám hlad.
If the church is truly
Ten
involved,
centů.
I have no authority.
Stejně vypnu asi, já jsem to chtěl vyzkoušet. Třeba ty, tak já tě slyším na hovnu, vole, já ti na tebe něco mluvím, ty mi odpovíš, vole, za 5 minut, vole. No, vole, jo. Na.